gentlemen, to another installment of What's in the Box tonight. For I think this is like the third month straight, we're checking out this month's Comic Bento on the month it was supposed to come in. That is amazing. These guys are actually getting better at this. And yes, guys, this really does almost feel like Christmas because we're so close to the holiday, so I thought, what the hell, let's throw on the old Santa hat. I believe the theme this month is Mighty. I have no idea what is in here. I should mention that to save time, I have already I've already cut open the tape, and I've already taken everything out of the bag and all that, which, believe me, is still a huge pain in the ass to try to get that thing open and not look at what's in there. In fact, right now I'm trying to look right at the viewfinder as opposed to what's in here, because, yes, I want to close that back again so that way I'm not tempted. And let's take a look at the first book, shall we? Our first book is The Unbelievable Gwenpool. Believe it. Okay, Marvel, I want to have a word with you. Just, as from comic fan to comic publisher, Marvel Comics, I want to have a word with you. When did you stop creating original characters? What I mean by that is, alright, for all the people, for like the 4 people out there who bitch about the lack of diversity in comics, why can't you create brand new characters? Why the hell do we need a female Thor and a Muslim Ms. Marvel and an Asian Hulk and a black Captain America and Gwen Stacy as Deadpool? Where the fuck? Do you want to know what makes this one even worse? We already have a female Deadpool. We already have Lady Deadpool. Why the hell do we need this? You know, I am still going to give this thing a read because I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. I'm just saying that I've noticed Marvel has gotten creatively lazy, like exceptionally so. So much so that instead of coming up with new characters, hey, it's Gwen Stacy, the character we thought would never come back from the dead, posing as Deadpool. Oh, it's probably some alternate universe Gwen Stacy, like that Spider fucking Gwen bullshit. Anyway, wow, we're off to kind of a poor start, aren't we? Let's see what the next one is. It's Smite, a comic based on the video game, a game that I have played a little bit of. I am not going to say I played a ton of Smite. I think I've only played like 20 minutes of it. That's because my laptop sucks, and then I tried playing it when I had the Xbox One. Was not fun on the Xbox One. If it's on the PS4, I might actually give it another chance. But so at least now I get to look further into the background of all the different gods and shit you can play in Smite. I'm really sorry, guys, but this one honestly really doesn't interest me too much because it's based on a property I'm not that wowed by. Of course, that's also because it's a fucking MOBA. I'm not really into MOBA games too much. I've tried a bunch. The one I've had the most fun with is Battleborn, and even that one grew real tiresome real fast. But hey, who knows? Perhaps maybe the Smite book will be good, and it'll make me want to go out and try to play the game again. Who knows? All right, what do we got next? We've got. I really thought we were past this. I thought we were past the bullshit from Valiant Comics. Comic Bento, I'm going to say this once more. You care more about Valiant Comics than we do. This is Exo Manowar by the Sword, Volume 1. I am never going to read this thing. I can tell I'm never going to read it because I've got a gigantic fuck-off pile of Valiant books I still haven't even looked at because you insisted on just dogpiling us with Valiant books. I swear to God, guys, the one reason that might get me to cancel my Comic Bento plan is I'm sick and tired of all the Valiant books. Just once, I would like a box that's got better shit in it. I mean, we got that 1 month where it was all stuff from Dynamite. We've gotten the maybe all of 2 books from DC in the time since I started getting these. It would be nice if we got some more of that. It'd be nice if we got some more from Dark Horse. It'd be nice if it was Dark Horse stuff that wasn't fucking tie-in shit. But hey, you know what? So we have another Valiant book I can add onto the pile, and if it starts getting really cold this fucking winter, at least I know I've got something I can burn. What's the final book? It's The Mighty Avengers, the Ultron Initiative Volume 1. Alright. So we got 2 Marvel books this month. Well, that's fine. So, Avengers, very retro Avengers. I'm seeing, like, let me go back a few pages and get that, like, full page splash. I thought I saw, well, it wasn't a full page, it was like half page. We're talking Golden Age Iron Man, guys. That is fascinating. I might actually read this, not totally certain. How many issues is this? Collecting Mighty Avengers issues 1 through 6. Well, this might actually be worth reading. So, we got this. We've got Gwenpool. I might try to give that thing a read. I absolutely refuse to touch Exo fucking Man of War until I've sort of run through a few more of the Valiant books which they've sent, which has been far too fucking many. And then there's the Smite book, which I would probably care about more if it was if it was a tie-in to a video game I regularly played, but I'm still probably going to give that one a read. Ultimately, guys, I don't really think I'm seeing $25 in value here. Well, actually, just the 2 Marvel books alone already makes it over $25, but not sure if these are going to be honestly worth it. I will find out once I give these things a read. The other 2, not totally sure if I'm ever going to read those. So, now, guys, well, actually, I guess I should finish. Could I recommend Comic Bento based on this month's box? If you're really into Marvel, yeah. After all, half of it is Marvel. By the way, only four books. I thought they usually sent like 5. Well, I guess it always averages between 4 and 6. So 4 is fine. Would have been nice if we had more, variety instead of two Marvel books, a Dark Horse book, and yet another goddamned Valiant title. Swear to God, guys, it is the Valiant books that come in here that are really tempting me to just cancel it and just save myself the $25 a month. I could put that towards getting trades I actually want to read, like Preacher. Go out and get the Preacher volumes I still need, or go get like the Transmet volumes I still need. Stuff from fucking DC, the publisher who Bento apparently has a deal with, but will not actually get books from. Anyway, that is more than enough of my whining. Now, guys, is the time in these Comic Bento videos where I go and I grab the books from previous months that I've had the opportunity to read, and I tell you guys what I thought of them. And there really aren't a whole lot of them this time, because I've been busy with a lot of other things. But still, it is totally worth taking a look at these, and I'll be right back with those in just a sec. Okay, guys, I'm back, and the pickings are very slim this time. There's only 3 books here. But I think it's time for us to go through these. First one up was The Champions, which was a rather thin collection. I had no clue what the hell was in here, because there's probably like indication on the front cover, like down at the bottom. Oh yeah, what do you know? It's actually right down in the fine print here at the bottom of the first page. I never even noticed that. This is 5 issues of the original Champions series. I commented on the thing on the back. The thing on the back is just an ad for the new Champions series, which kind of plays up that problem I was talking about earlier about Marvel not knowing how to create new characters, as we have Nova, and we have Cyclops, and then we have Female Vision, Asian Hulk, Muslim Ms. Marvel, and Black Spider-Man. 4 characters who by all rights could probably have been given their own awesome name and power set and everything else, and Marvel just lazily went, no. We want him to be Spider-Man, we're gonna make this, and we're gonna make this fucking Asian fucking dude Hulk, because fuck you. It just feels ultra lazy. And speaking of lazy, this collection of Champions issues was not that interesting. The first 3 issues in here actually were the first 3 issues of the Champions, and the characters are all written kind of dull. And then the other two issues were a two-issue story arc later on in the series, where the champions are fighting against a being called Swarm, who is made up entirely of bees. And it was kind of shit. This thing, honestly, was kind of sort of a waste. But hey, you know what? At least, honestly, it was short. And now I can say I have now read the Champions. At least that's kind of a positive. This one is not exactly something I would tell you to rush out and buy. This next one came in last month's box. Actually, Champions may have come in last month's box too. I'm not real. No, wait. I think that one was like 2 months ago. I think it's memory is real shit on that. But this one I know came out last month because it was tying into the hot new Marvel movie. I'm of course talking about Doctor Strange: The Flight of Bones. I did not finish this book, you see, because the titular Flight of Bones story ends at the halfway point of the book. This right here is the Flight of Bones. The rest of this is just more Doctor Strange stories. And if it actually could have drawn me in on... No, wait, this one was 2 months ago. This here was part of the 90s. This was part of the gnarly 90s box. If the Flight of Bones would actually have would have caught my interest, if it was actually written, well, if I cared at all about Doctor Strange and all of his shit, then I would have totally finished reading this. Unfortunately, because the Flight of Bones was such an absolute chore to read, because it's so dull, it's dry, nothing the fuck happens. Perhaps, maybe, guys, it's just because I'm not too big on comic book characters who are all about, like, mysticism and magic and, no, I'm sorry, that is just not me. So if that is your sort of thing, then you would probably adore this thing. Me? No, I did not like this at all. I found it to be, again, dry, dull. It just wasn't that good. How much was this thing? $25. This is a $25 book. For me, it's not even worth half that. This was pretty bad. So I can see you guys are wondering, well, Emer, have you read any good books out of Comic Bento recently? The answer, my friends, is yes. I've been saving this one for last. This one is the book I knew last month I was going to have to read immediately. And sure as shit I did. And I absolutely loved it. I'm talking about Kaiju Max Volume 1. Let me tell you guys, I loved this thing, or rather Season 1. This is Season 1 of Kaiju Max. I loved this thing so much, I actually went on Amazon. I was trying to see if the Season 2 trade was out. That's not coming out until next year. So I believe it's March? January. There actually is a different trade I'm looking forward to that's coming out in fucking March. So I have to wait on this because I'm not going to go out and buy all of the back issues. A very good way to sum up this is I want you guys to imagine like a mashup between essentially every single kaiju flick you've ever seen and every single fucking like tokusatsu series you've ever seen. Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, all that kind of shit. Mash all of that up with Oz. I'm talking about the HBO prison show. And you've got Kaiju Max. It has humor, it has drama, it is written incredibly well. My one lone complaint, if there was a complaint to levy against this, is that sometimes this thing gets bogged the fuck down with its horrendous slang. You see, because as with the real world, where prisons always, basically build up this massive vocabulary of slang, Kaiju Max also, the prisoners of Kaiju Max also have their own slang, which is made up almost entirely of references to kaiju flicks, tokusatsu shows, just all of that. There is one that is absolutely horrible, and it. Oh god, let me see if I can find it because. Oh no, it was megafauna is the one bit of slang in here, which is actually the writer's way of trying to clean it up because it keeps the characters from saying motherfucker. Problem guys, is this motherfucker sounds natural. Okay, it's foul and it's crass, but it sounds natural. Megafauna does not. Alright? There are at least 4 different terms that almost sound as if they are like kaiju slurs, which is kind of funny in and of itself. The problem is that there's way too much of it in here. And it is going to bog down dialogue as you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out what the fuck they are saying as they are bringing in slang that you've never read on any previous page. So especially early on, you are going to spend a lot of time attempting to translate what the fuck is being said because, unfortunately, the writer for this, Mr. Xander Cannon, does not provide any kind of fucking, Kaiju Max to English dictionary. So that way, if you look at something, you don't know what in the hell it means, you can then go to the back of the book or something. There is no such thing. But it would have been nice. But you can still look past that. It honestly just means that the book's got a little bit of a vocabulary learning fucking curve, and that's fine. I'm still looking forward to season 2. I could totally go out and buy the back issues right now, but I really don't want to. I'm going to wait for the trade to come out. This thing was awesome. And out of the 3 I've read over the past month, this one is by far the best. I loved it. It was awesome. And goddammit, I want season 2 out right now, but I know I have to wait. And wait I shall, because at least I've got more stuff to read. I guess some people are probably wondering, well, why haven't you read more from Comic Bento? And as has been a problem with a lot of these months, is instead of reading the stuff that came in from Comic Bento, I have found myself reading stuff that I bought for myself. I mentioned this last month. I got around to buying the last of the Batman 66 trades, not fucking counting all of the crossover books. And I am more prone to read those than I am to read the stuff from Comic Bento. That would totally change if Comic Bento would send a better fucking variety of stuff instead of more shit from Valiant and a boatload of Marvel stuff. Because I've noticed that they are beginning to put more and more Marvel in there, especially those hardcover season fucking 1 books. I still am not sure if I'm ever going to crack the cover on any of those. But hey, there is still some awesome stuff here. I'm going to totally get around to giving even more of this a read, and you guys will hear even more of my thoughts on them next month when I open next month's box. What the fuck is the theme next month? I actually have the card here. I had to put it off to the side so that way I wouldn't look at it. Okay, so We Love Comics 2017 is just around the corner. We're kicking it off in style with the theme Red and Blue. Red and Blue. Oh my god, are they going to actually give us a fucking Superman book? Oh my god, is it going to be a collection of Superman Red and Superman Blue? Oh my god, that would be so fucking cool. It would be cheesy and stupid and absolutely lame as shit, but it would totally make me smile. So at least that's the first thing that pops into my head when I hear Red and Blue. But then again, the theme here, first thing that pops into my head whenever I hear Mighty is the Mighty Thor. And, well, the female version of Thor is featured in the fucking Gwenpool book. I saw that as I was flipping through, but I didn't see the real Thor in there. But oh well, such is life. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this installment of what's in the box. Please, guys, if you are interested in checking out Comic Bento, swing on. Well, actually, I think the website is comicbento.com. Is it on the box? I've never actually looked it up. Funny. Oh yeah, duh, it's right on the bottom. comicbento.com. Swing over there, and if you're really interested in this, it costs about $25 a month. If you're really into Marvel, then this right here will be a good way to get, at least one book every few months. If you're really into Valiant comics for whatever reason, then you're gonna absolutely adore this thing, because you seem to be almost guaranteed a Valiant book every single fucking month, which is nothing short of sad. Anyway, that is just me whinging on more. But yeah, guys, if you really are interested, swing on over to Comic Bento, sign up. Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of a referral link which can get me a discount, but oh well, don't care. I'm actually gonna go and read a couple of books. Not sure which ones. Lord knows, I've got plenty of options here. So yeah, guys, that is gonna do it for this installment of What's in the Box. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.